As a manager, as a leader, you have to have the laser-like focus on what you are doing. Then only you can deliver the world-class performance. I hope you agree with me. But there are emotional energy drainers. You have to identify them. You have to get rid of them. When you have lack of energy in the personal life, it will affect for the professional life. When you have lack of energy in the professional life, it will affect for the personal life. Therefore, both in personal and professional life, you have to get rid of these energy drainers. Today, I'm going to share with you a very powerful tool. First of all, I will explain you what this tool about. Then I will explain to you how to apply this tool in your professional life, then the personal life. According to Stephen Covey, there are two types of areas which will affect for our emotional energy. Based on these two areas, we can keep our emotional energy very high or it will drain out our energy. The first one is circle of concern. The other one is circle of influence or circle of control. Circle of concern in the sense you are having the concern about these things, but you don't have a control. Now, for example, imagine the situation, the climate. I can't control the climate at this time. I can't control the weather at this time. These are fall into circle of concern. Circle of influence in the sense, the things which you can control. Now, if it is raining, I can go out. I can get into the office. I can get into my home. That is which is under my control. So you have to concentrate on circle of influence. I will give another example. Now imagine a situation you are really worried about senior management, decision making and their behavior. So can you control that? You can't control that. It is fall into circle of concern. The more you think about it, what would happen? Your emotional energy will drain out. You will get upset. You will get toxic hormones. You will get adrenaline. You can't do the world-class performance. So when you think about more and more in this area, what would happen? It will expand. Then your circle of influence will shrink down. But on the other hand, if you concentrate your skills, if you concentrate on your knowledge, and if you try to develop them, what would happen? It will expand. And one day you will become a senior manager, then you are having more control. You see, so whatever the circle, when you are concerning about it, it try to expand and the other circle becomes shrink. Now we'll see how it is going to apply in your professional life. Now there is a company-wide layoff. The employees have to leave. So what you can do? You can't control anything because it's a decision of the senior management. Only thing is you can do, concentrate on your skills, develop your skills, update your knowledge. There is a global financial crisis. You can't do anything. You read the newspapers, you listen to the news, people are talking about it, you can't do anything. But the only thing you can do is you can manage your own finance. That's the only thing you can do. Imagine the situation of your subordinate's behavior. You are having the control up to a limit because it is fall into the circle of concern. You can give constructive feedback, you can advise him, and beyond that, you can't do anything. If you take it as a headache, your energy will drain out. In the worst case, what you have to do is you have to take the disciplinary action. Many organizations are worried about the market share, but as a senior manager or a manager, you can't do anything. You can't do anything towards the market share. But the only thing you can do is you can concern about your behavior, your team performance. When you concern about that, when you control that, when you impact on that positively, then definitely it will affect for the market share. You're having a colleague, he's having a questionable behavior. What you can do? He is falling into the circle of concern. So you can advise him, you can give the feedback, you can tell him the repercussions. If it doesn't align with that, you can't do anything because it is fall into circle of concern. Now we'll get into your personal life. There are some behaviors of your spouse as well as your in-laws. They are not aligned with your values and the behaviors. Which circle their behaviors fall into? Circle of concern. That means you don't have a control. If you try to control that, what happens is they get upset and you are having the conflicts. If you can't control, you have to accept them as they are. Then you are having the peace of mind. Now, if you are really worried about the children's future marriage partner, what would happen? It is fall into circle of concern. You can't control that. Only thing is you can do is educate them and guide them. That's the only part you can do. That is within your control. Now, all of us are going through the natural aging process. We can't do anything. Only thing is we can do is doing exercises and have the right diet. All of us are worrying about the government, the ruling parties, but we can't do anything. Only thing is we can do is cast our vote for the right person. When you are concerning about what you can control, you are having less headache. You are having the laser-like focus on what you're supposed to do. Because there is no point of discussing about what is circle of concern, the things in the circle of concern. In the conclusion of this video, please keep it remember as a rule of thumb. Accept the people as they are because the people most probably fall into the rule of concern. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. When you think about the past, you regret. When you think about the future, you tend to worry. They are fall into circle of concern. Think about the present. Focus on the present. What you can do right now. Then the future will change. I hope you find these insights helpful. Please leave your comments and thoughts below. Catch you soon.